Breaking news this morning, at least 8 people stabbed in Bricktown, this near Mickey Mantle Drive and East Sheridan Avenue. Thanks for joining us this morning at 8 a.m. I'm Kylie Walker, and we continue to have our team coverage with our crews at the scene and at the police station. First, we want to get out to KOCO's Megan Mosley live this morning. Megan, what can you tell us about this scene?
Yeah, Kylie, we are at Oklahoma City Police Headquarters, and now I want to say that police gave us initial information at the scene, but we've been trying for several hours to get more details and pushing for more answers as to really what happened. And just within the last hour, they told us that they will be unavailable until Monday morning to give an update on this. But guys, again, we will keep pushing them to ask for more answers. But at this time, all we know is that 8 people were stabbed at Bricktown at Pink Parrot around 1:30 this morning. No word yet on conditions of those victims. Some were transported to the hospital by medics. Some went on their own, but there is no suspect at this time. Again, no word on their conditions, no suspect at this time. But again, we are going to keep pushing for answers, and we're going to bring you the latest as soon as we know more. In Oklahoma City, Megan Mosley, KOCO 5 News.
All right, thank you, Megan, for that update. We want to get right out to Shelby Montgomery, who is there at the scene. And Shelby, you spoke with someone who witnessed the aftermath of this.
Kylie, good morning. Yes, I did speak with him, and we'll get to what he said in just a few minutes. But first, I've been on scene for several hours this morning. Police wrapped up their investigation around 6 this morning. As Megan mentioned, this happened at 1:30, the stabbing. So police were on scene all morning investigating. I did see several crime scene units here. They were walking out of the Pink Parrot with several evidence bags in hand. And earlier, I did get a chance to look at the scene, and there was blood everywhere. A lot of it leading from the entrance of the club to the sidewalk, to the street, even to this parking lot right here in front of me. I spoke to a man who was doing valet right down the street. He happened to be right there when that chaos just broke out.
Like I do valet down here, and I was about to pull into the garage, and like right when I was about to turn in, like I just see everybody start running across the street over here. And then I have a vehicle that's owned by a guest, and I have to turn that way, which is completely the other way from the hotel. And then I'm trying to avoid all these people out here that are running. And I don't know what happened, but supposedly someone got stabbed. But
So 8 people got stabbed here last night. And
8?
You said you saw the chaos after. People were just running out here.
Oh my God. Yeah, and yeah, I might have seen one of the people that got stabbed, because there was this lady that was getting carried by 2 people, like right across the street here. And I think that might be her stuff. I don't know what that is, but
There's blood everywhere,
yeah,
as you can see. What do you think about this
oh
scene
my
here?
God. That's crazy. I didn't see all this whenever I was, I guess when I was driving, because I was driving literally right in front of that barbecue truck.
And you saw just several people
Yeah,
outside.
and you just see people start scattering and running down that way, across the street. And then I had to, do my own thing and get out of there, but
I don't know if you
that's my
want that
pin. Yeah. Oh, yeah, huh? Oh, yeah, I don't want to pick that up. But yeah, it was crazy. And then they blocked the whole street off from that intersection to right here, and I couldn't even do my job all night, so I lost some money tonight. So.
As I mentioned earlier, it was a very bloody scene, blood everywhere, and even on the road right here, there was blood-soaked rags, several medical gloves, and some sanitation wipes. Everything has been cleaned up since then by an environmental company, and now the scene is clear. Reporting live in Bricktown, Shelby Montgomery, KOCO 5 News.
All right, Shelby, thank you for that update. Now, it's important to note that Mayor David Holt has proposed a curfew downtown that City Council is expected to vote on. Right now, anyone under 18 is not allowed out after 11 p.m., and this proposal moves the curfew up to 9 p.m. Police and business owners told us they support this move.
They're not trying to play gotcha, and it'll give them, like I said, another tool at their disposal to try and address some of the challenges that happen late at night.
Now, this morning's incident happened around 2 a.m. after both of those curfews, and we don't know if minors were involved in this incident, but it is part of the ongoing conversation making popular areas safe.